Today, we're just gonna continue to decrease the quads, get some heavy swings in, probably move up the weight on the swings again. Let's see what we can do.
How does he look?
It looks phenomenal. He's starting to fill out. He's actually starting to get some legs. He's starting to get some sweep. His chest is better. His shoulders are better. He's leaning down. Big part of what he's doing is he's following the diet right now. So his body's going to get absolutely incredible in terms of shredded. He's following the diet. And then in here, he's hitting PRs left and right. He's very good at the bodybuilding stuff, but we really want to bring up his legs. He wants to be a little bigger. He wants to run 50 miles when he's 185 pounds. Diet is protein, carbohydrate, lower on the fat side. So I would say it was high carbohydrate, or maybe a better way of saying it, moderate protein, moderate carbohydrate, low fat, right? Probably a gram of protein per pound, right around there, about 200 grams of protein. He's about 180 pounds. Carbohydrates are a little bit higher than that, and his fat sources on the more mediocre side. This hip's still up. We're gonna expose it in a second. I'm giving him a little leeway here because we're in the first round, right? But I'm gonna put a barbell in his hands today. It's gonna be the first time he's done that. Key is coming down here, back up with control. Doing it again. Boom. It's not easy, guys, but here's the biggest thing we're looking for, right? Is to make sure I'm gonna do it incorrectly now. When I come back, I don't wanna turn like that, right? I want both of my glutes to be level. I don't want where it flips like that. The other thing you'll see in people a lot, Brian doesn't do this, but I see this all the time. People do it, and they come back down. And they do it, and they come back down. It looks like this. Let me go from the front view. This is how it's supposed to look, right? It looks smooth, right? This is what people do. Oh, that's incorrect, but that's incorrect too. People do that too. But people do this. They fall back. Basically what they're doing is they're shifting all their weight to one side, and they just come back. I don't want that. I want you to be straight on. I don't want any kind of rotation of the pelvis whatsoever. With Brian, I want to make sure his glutes don't turn as he does it. He's got a really strong back. He's got a really strong core. He's fine to do it, but I want him to become more aware, so we're putting the barbell there. It's just an upgrade where he's going to have to really play with it and really lock down that oblique. He just asked me, where should this be? Right here, okay? Second thing is he wants the bar path to be, wow, these are really smooth. He wants the bar path right against his thigh, okay? So yeah, bar path should be right against there, guys. It's gonna slide right across. When it hits the knee, it's gonna buckle off, right? That's what's gonna end up happening. But until then, glide right against the body. Yep, sorry. Nope, see how your bar path went off? Just slide down your thighs. No, 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 come back up. That's great. What he just did was he initiated through here. I don't want that. I want him initiating through this hip. Push the hip back, push, nope, nope, nope. You don't go back unless you go back. Huh? Try it again. Go back, don't try to curl down. So don't even worry about your upper body. That's it, dude. Great, that's it. Just something to be cued. I want his thighs to be, the bar to be closer to your thighs when you do it. That was the best one yet. Great, slow it down a little bit for me. Look at that, see that shift? We gotta work on that. It's gonna help alleviate back pain. It's gonna help alleviate QL pain. Really, he doesn't have back pain, he has hip pain, but it's gonna help alleviate that. If you can get rid of some of that pelvic tilt, it's gonna help him when he runs. I need him to get stronger here. For his QL, his piriformis, all that. Hip flexor. Try to push this down the entire time.
See, I really shift right away I go.
Yeah, of course you do, but that's okay. That's inherent, dude. That's good. That means you're an athlete. That means you're an athlete. You should be going to your left. But as you're going to your left, though, you should be locking this down. This is the muscle you need to fire as you're pushing it back. Yeah, so this is a great question. Like, what does he actually do to do this? Part of it is him just consciously thinking about these and locking them in. As you go, look, if he locks it in, that's all he can go. He couldn't even push his leg back that far. It's okay, he's got to develop the muscles. A lot of times people are like, hey, I want to get into a specific kind of posture. It's not as easy as just getting a posture, right? Let me give you a perfect example. Like, let's say I want to squeeze my shoulder blades together. Somebody's like, just squeeze your shoulder blades together. Sure, you can do that for 10 seconds. You can do that for 15 seconds. You cannot do that for 15 hours unless you have a strong enough mid-trap and enough strong enough rhomboids, right? In his case, he's trying to keep these even, right? He can't just cue it. Part of it is his obliques are simply not strong enough. That's what we're working on. Elbows in, tuck, let's go. Good, baby. Oh, easy. Guys, I love face pulls, right? Why do I love face pulls? Because people do entirely too much anterior work, right? There's a lot of shoulder impingement, a lot of rounding of the shoulders. Like we're doing a squat into a face pull. Why? Because you can always use more retraction of the scapula. People can always use more development of the rear delt because the rear delt is the antagonist of the pec minor. And again, people get very tight in the pec minor and people tend to have rounded shoulders. He's got great posture. It's part of the reason he looks great. But a lot of guys, they have this kind of look. That's why you do face pulls. It's easy to pair with them because they have no involvement of each other whatsoever. 6 reps, guys, PR. Beautiful. Good. Okay, feet apart. Feet apart. Good. Point out your pump your knees. Pump your knees. Squat. Beautiful, dude.
It's actually easier.
Yeah, it is. Love it. Pump out those knees. Pump them out. Yeah. Great depth, right? Go. Yeah, that was even better. Listen, keep that up for me. Keep that up.
Wait, drop
And
it.
yep, keep it up.
Okay.
Go.
You make it full.
Go. That was perfect. You gotta give me one more. Keep these up for me. Let's work. Down, down, down. Up, up, up. Guys, you see us hitting a lot of PRs in here. You see all my clients hitting a lot of PRs in here. There's a reason for it. There's the things you do not see. Number one, all the clients are doing accessory work. They're doing their band work, they're doing their anti-rotation work, they're strengthening their back, they're strengthening their core, they're doing the accessory stuff they need to do so they can do the really spectacular stuff like the deadlifts, the squats, the reverse lunges, the split squats, the kettlebell swings, etc. 2, I'm reducing their volume. Most people are who actually train, not your couch potato, but you guys who are actually getting to the gym, you're doing too much. You need to lower the volume. If you're not getting stronger week over week, you need to ask yourself, what are you doing? Because listen, if you continue to do that, you're gonna continue to get the same results, right? So at some point you have to evaluate, hey, I should probably be reducing my volume. And then if you see yourself increasing in strength, you've come up with a formula that's working. Third thing you need to be doing, you need to be stretching. You have to recover from what you're doing in the gym. You have to be foam rolling, you have to be stretching, you have to get your sleep in, you have to get proper nutrition. Those are 3 things that you guys are not seeing. You're seeing the awesome squat, you're seeing the awesome deadlift, but again, 1, you're not seeing the accessory work. 2, you're not seeing the reduction in volume, the overall volume. 3, you're not seeing the recovery like the foam rolling and the stretching. Brian, how do you feel about kettlebell swings?
I don't like that.
So a lot of people feel that way about kettlebell swings. They're a tough movement. They're amazing because they're gonna really force that scapular retraction. They're gonna get that posterior chain and they force your entire body to work together. I love them, they're a dynamic exercise. They're a great hinge. They're metabolic. I hate that word. Everybody uses that word. It sounds like a nonsense buzzword. Metabolic just means you're burning a lot of calories. But I like it, it's dynamic. It forces timing, it forces the whole body to work together. It's awesome for hamstrings, awesome for glutes. Great for core, great for scapular retraction. What do you think, Brian?
Yeah, it's great.
Good, let's go. Good. Easy, right?
Light. Joanne, that was for you. Woo! What is that?
Deload. Deloading is when you take a scheduled break from training. Not completely, but you're gonna cut weight by about 70%. So let's say I squatted 100 pounds, right? I would drop to 70 pounds. Let's say I usually do 4 sets. I would do like 2 sets, 3 sets. Purpose of deloading is so that I can take some time, I can recuperate. It's an active recovery. I'm still getting in the gym, I'm still training, but not at the intensity, so that I can come back and I can start my program ramp up again, and you hit even higher numbers than before. Guys, you have to rest at times. Even myself, with somebody like me who my workouts aren't always functional and not specifically chasing big numbers like Brian is at the moment, but even just from an aesthetic, if that's your purpose, if you're this guy who's looking to look better and you get to a point where you stop getting stronger and you just feel a little bit more tired at the gym, just, you're not your normal self and it's happening repetitively at the gym, deload. Take a week off. You're gonna be fine. You're not gonna lose any muscle and you're gonna actually come back sharper and with better, lack of a better word, gains. Just up, just up, just up. Good. Ass back. Good. Come on, to the ground. There you go. Reach back. Good. I didn't love how he threw it back to start, but he had a set before it looked a little better when he hiked it back. Actual lift itself was excellent. He's pushing through the ground. He's hinging back properly. He does a really, really good job of keeping that kettlebell very, very close to him, which is excellent. He does a very good job of pushing through the ground to get it up. It's actually all coming from his hips, all coming from his legs. It's not coming from his upper body. He's not trying to power up his shoulders. So a lot of positives. We need to work a little bit on how he hikes it back, but it is really heavy.